for my buddy Chad, who I've been playing music with now for over 20 years. He's going to come back up here. But I'm going to play one more for you, and I got to tell you the story behind this song real quick. See, I told you I grew up in Maine, and what are we famous for? Yes, yeah, those lobster. That's right. It's nicely done. Those big, yeah, they think they have those in the South, but they're really crawfish. So every year, you know, we'd get together when the price of lobster got cheap enough, and we'd have a big lobster feed. And afterwards, you know, there'd be a big bowl full of the dismembered carcasses of lobsters. And my Uncle David, who is an interesting fella, he would always grab, you know, the torso, clawless, tailless head of a lobster, and he'd dance it around in front of us children in a kind of macabre puppet show. And he would sing to us, "Suddenly, I'm not half the man I used to be." And we liked it back then. Probably need to see a psychiatrist about it now. But, so when I went off to college, and I went to school in Pennsylvania, and I'm getting to know my new roommate, Rob, there, as we're moving into our dorm room together, and he's like, "Well, what music did you grow up on?" And you know, I'm a pastor's kid, and I told him I grew up on, you know, Stephen Curtis Chapman. And he's like, "Oh, who's that?" So I'm playing, you know, The Great Adventure, and he's like, "Oh, that's cool." So I asked him, "What did you grow up on?" And he tells me, "Well, I grew up on, I love this band, the Beatles." I said, "Oh, who's that?" Yeah, you know, sheltered pastor. It's a joke. My dad's over here. Both my parents, my mom and my dad are here tonight, so that's pretty cool. But anyway, so, you know, he's like, "Let me show you the Beatles." So he puts in the CD and his play, and I hear it. "Suddenly, I'm not half the man I used to be." The Beatles stole Uncle David's song. I couldn't believe it. But, anyway, that's such a great song. "Yesterday" by the Beatles. But when I heard it, I'm like, man, it's such a sad song as he's singing about, you know, losing the love of his life. And I realized that I thought, there's another side to that. Because when I came to Christ and I understood the gospel, it was like I suddenly lost half of the man I used to be, but in a wonderful way, because I lost all the guilt and the shame and the weight of my sin. I felt like I traded lead for feathers. And so I wanted to write my own "Half the Man I Used to Be" song. And I got to get ready, though. I'm going to bring a little more Nashville to Worcester.
Of dusty bones concealed, traveling with so much baggage. Took all I had just to drag it around. I met a stranger, he already knew me by name. He carried a cross and asked if I'd like to trade all of my lead for feathers, my gold for treasures that would not weigh me down. Now I'm not half the man I used to be, always been lifted off of me. And I let my worries rest in peace, 'cause I'm not half the man I used to be. Well, I gave him dirty, he gave me a robe made of white. My heart of cold steel, he breathed it back into life. Took my guilty breath and wiped it clean forever with his innocent blood. Now I'm not half the man I used to be, always been lifted off of me. And I let my worries rest in peace, 'cause I'm not half the man I used to be. off my back. No heavy weight, get off my back. Ain't gonna carry you no more. No more pride, get off my back. No more judgment, oh get off my back. Yeah, no more lies, get off my back. Ain't gonna carry you no more. 'Cause I'm not half the man I used to be. Oh, weight's been lifted off of me, and I let my words rest in peace. 'Cause I'm not half the man I used to be.
Now please welcome back to the stage my friend, Mr. Chad Matson.